Have you ever felt like you were waiting for a lucky break, hoping circumstances would align in your favor, like playing the lotto? What if I told you true abundance and peace and purpose, they don't come from luck, happenstance. Whatever will be, will be. They come from grace. This month, I have been covering grace in depth, using each letter as an acronym. So today we will uncover why doing it God's way. Today is A for alignment. The way He designed it is for your good, not to have you miss out on things. It transforms every area of your life. So let's recap the first few weeks just to give us some framework. The G in grace is growth. Could be grace too. We explored what it means to grow and that there is a cost for staying the same and a cost for growth. And what is the most effective way to live your life? And last week was R in grace for renewal, renewing the mind, releasing. We talked about letting go of limiting beliefs and aligning ourselves with God's truth for clarity and confidence and to bold. So that brings us to A, which in grace is alignment. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. I am Donna Tashton, the founder of Vibrant Living, and I have spent over 30 years helping people just like you transform their struggles into confidence, peace, and purpose, helping them create a vibrant, meaningful life through divine wisdom and practical tools. I'm really into the practical. Through one of my programs called the Life by Design program, I have helped women and men discover spiritual laws and superpowers God has given them to empower them to live with confidence, to really learn how to do it God's way. And my mission is to help you let go of struggle and step into the easy way. There is an easy button. We just have to locate it. So let's dive into what alignment means and why it's essential for living in grace. Grace is unlike luck. It's a gift. It's not random, nor is it dependent upon circumstances. It flows when we intentionally align our lives for doing it God's way. This alignment is key to co-creating a fulfilling, impactful, and abundant life that you is beyond your wildest dreams. Luck, on the other hand, implies a roll of the dice. Grace, on the other hand, is God working all things together for our good. Which one do you want to choose? Grace allows us to move forward despite challenges, covering our shortcomings with His strengths and His guidance. Grace provides purpose and peace that luck simply cannot provide. Grace is steady and powerful and always accessible when we choose to do life's God's way. When we align with His principles, life flows in a way that feels lighter and joy-filled. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. His grace is made perfect in our weakness. It is amazing and strengthening. There are so many times we think we know best. And it isn't always intentional, but we argue that our way, we know better. And it causes difficulty in our lives when we do that. But we get to choose. We have been given free choice. But when we do it God's way, discover that life doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't mean we don't face challenges. We just get to, it reminds me of an airplane. You can go through riding an airplane in the turbulence, or you can get above the turbulence. And unfortunately, most of my life, I would have to be really honest and say I've been riding in the turbulence, and not because I wanted to, it was because I didn't know how. I wasn't really taught practical. I was just taught Christian Christianese. His grace is sufficient for you. So what did that mean? How do I apply that? How do I make that work for me? His yoke is easy and his burden is light. Well, why do I feel so blasted drained? Learning how to apply it is in the practical steps. I give you handles on all of these words, tools to make them make sense. And the Life by Design program is one of those ways of showing you how to live from his principles in a practical way that you can apply every single day. It carries us further than we can ever imagine. God created us with incredible gifts. And when we're able to co-create with him, we get abundance and joy. That's what the Life by Design and explores the 11 laws of the Spirit. And it shows us how to align with grace without striving, recognize God has given us superpowers, and create momentum for an intentional everyday. These laws are not just principles, they're tools to help you step into a life of ease and fulfillment. Really pause and think and ask yourself, is there ease in my life? Is there areas where it feels like there's friction, hard, resistance? And notice it. The first step is awareness, to be able to change your perspective, that it can even be different. I have seen so many, well, countless women, including myself, experience incredible breakthroughs by stepping into alignment. One story that stands out is a woman who felt stuck in her career. She was constantly comparing herself for others, waiting for that lucky break to be able to get that advancement that she knew she wanted and deserved. But when she began to align herself with the principles that God designed for her, good and clarity came and doors opened. And it wasn't even what she thought it would be. It was in a whole new way. It caused a little bit of turbulence, but she got back up to above the turbulence. And it was grace that helps to do that. So if you'd like to know about the Life by My Design program, comment wherever you find this information. Doing it God's way is transformational. And not having to feel like you have to feel stuck in the grind, that it's always hard, you're always pushing, always striving, and never really getting to where you want. It's always out there somewhere. So instead of that, we can get clarity to replace confusion, confidence to replace self-doubt. And at once, when things felt like a struggle, they became a joy. And that's the power of doing it God's way. So I have 3 steps for you to apply today. How are you and God? Do a check-in. How are you? What do you want it to look like? If you were going to a doctor for a checkup, but we're doing a spiritual checkup, how are you in God? What hurts have you had? What disappointments? Where are things not going the way you thought they should? Where do you feel distance or disconnect? Number 2, the awareness that it doesn't have to stay this way, that help is available, that life isn't happening to you, it's happening with you. Take ownership as a co-creator with God and explore. When we feel disconnected with God, it's really hard to feel like we're a co-creator. We're feeling in this limbo, I don't know what place. But one glimmer of hope, which is number 3, taking action. One glimmer of hope can bring a whole transformation, a whole new way of looking at things. So if you are ready to take that step, That baby little step, two things. You can download my free guide, Grace Over Luck, 5 steps to co-creating your best life with God. And that is absolutely there for you. All you have to do is ask for it, click the link. The second is my up and coming workshop. My next workshop is uprooting the imposter syndrome, reclaiming confidence in your God-given identity. And together we dive deep into aligning with God's way, overcoming self-doubt, and stepping into all of your potential. And the link is also available for you. Allow me to pray for you. Father, thank you for your grace. Thank you for giving it when we don't deserve it. We didn't earn it. We didn't do anything. You designed life to be good and have a relationship with you. So today, we surrender our striving, our need to control outcomes, and we ask you to meet us where we are. Help us to align our lives with you. Help us how to get back to where you are, even though you've never left us. We feel like that. Give us clarity about our decisions, confidence in your guidance, and connect us to the right people along the way. We thank you for loving us. We thank you for giving us life and life in abundance. Help us all to do all of this to glorify you and bring light into the world. In Jesus' name. You don't need luck when you have grace. God's plan for your life is far greater than any chance you could ever stumble into. Let's step into the alignment together and co-create a life of meaning and abundance. I am always here for you to schedule a talk with me and discover all of those things that may be holding us back, that we rarely think they're the things. You owe it to yourself to say yes to yourself. Download your guide, attend the workshop. Until I'm with you again next week with grace and expectation, I bless you. The power of living life in grace and ease is God's way. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week where we dive into the C in grace, which is courage. Blessings. Bye for now.